songs, what we're going to be doing is looking at a solo that is similar to the vocal melody in the song, and sometimes these are really great ones to learn. Whether or not it is your favorite song or not is kind of irrelevant, and you can certainly do your own research and find other songs like this. But we're going to be looking at the solo for Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. And the reason is I used to use songs like these all the time for students because they already know the melody in their head. So when they're trying to learn how to play it on the guitar, it's easier for them to sing it in their mind. So when you think about it's the vocal melody. So these are really great ones to try and learn. I've always told students that when you're first learning how to do solos, if you're trying to play something that is too fast in your mind, like your mind can't wrap itself around the concept of the solo, that might not be a great solo to start with. I'm not saying that it might not work. It might work great. But oftentimes if you start with something that you can sing, let's say it's Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton with the... right, something where you can really hear it and it's very melodic and, maybe a little bit slower so it's easier to grasp onto. Now, don't worry about, the position on the guitar. There are many different places that we could play it. Like this thing here could be played here, right? So that's not what our conversation is about right now. What our conversation is about is simply choosing a song that has some sort of single note idea on it that maybe can be replicated within the melody of the song. So it makes it easier for you to learn. So if we look at Smells Like Teen Spirit, and what you hope happens is as you're learning this, your ear is kind of directing you on where to go. So as you're playing it, if you hit a wrong fret or something, you can immediately hear that. So what we're doing here is we're starting up on the 8th and 10th frets on the 3rd and 4th strings, and everything that we're doing is on the 3rd and 4th strings. So we're going to start on the 10th fret of the 4th string here. Let me switch my camera angle so you can see this. So I'm going to be here. So I'm going from 10 on the 4th string to 8 and 10 on the 3rd string. And then what I'm going to do is drop down to the 6th fret of the 4th string. So that's the first melody. Then I'm going to stay here. I'm going to go to the 8th fret of the 3rd string. So notice how I'm playing that 8, bending it up, bringing it back down, going to 6 and 5. And then the next melody is... So right there I'm playing 6, 5 on the 3rd string, 8 and 6 on the 4th string. Then I do this. Just like it's that same thing, but on the 4th string. Now, sometimes I'll bend that downward, and it doesn't make any difference, but you get the idea. So our first melody, so to speak, is 2nd melody, 3rd melody, and then 4th melody. And you can just break those apart in those pieces. Just think about each one of those and build every one of those as you go. So you learn how to play the first one. Maybe you're putting a slide in, maybe you're not, it's okay. And then, and then, and then, and then it ends with that hello, 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 hello thing. Which is 6 to 5 and then 3 on the 4th string. So again, kind of a fun one to look at if you enjoy that song or at least can tolerate that song. This would be a good one for you to look at, all right? So take care, stay positive, and hopefully that helps you a little bit. And please remember, if you're ever looking for any guitar lesson stuff, you can always